5. We're going. Good morning. Slept much better last night. Ready to conquer the world. That was 2 days of sleep deprivation. It's brutal. Just coming to a gentle walk. Yesterday I was feeling extremely tired and hungry, and I was able to use a bit of willpower to not overeat. However, by the time it was 5 o'clock at night, I'd only done 5,000 steps, and I was about to attend an investor's seminar that was going to take an hour. So the kids was really good, to be honest. So I was just on my walk pad listening to Deborah Meaden, if anybody knows her, from Dragon's Den, talking about investing. So I ended up boxing off 12,000 steps instead of my 15, but that is amazing because I wouldn't have done any of that if it wasn't for the sheer willpower. Right, let's do some food diaries this morning. I've been so ill, just back on my feet, and got woke up during the night with horrendous stomach pain shortly after. I was violently sick, and I was sick for days after. Violently sick. It's not good. Let's come into a more walk. My walking pace is usually about 4.5. So her steps are fine. She's not tracking, so I can't comment. Morning, guys. I'm a health and fitness coach, fat loss coach for women. 12 years in the field. If you've got any questions, fire them over. I need to ask her today. She's going to go back to tracking food. See when you're in a good routine with food. Good morning. See when you're in a good routine with food. You don't actually need to track once you've done the groundwork. She's tracking. This one normally tracks Monday to Friday. Morning, guys. Thanks for the like. Just got on myself. How are you all doing? 45 grams of protein for this client's not great. I've asked her to add more fruit, and she's added a Jaffa cake. You're not going to get the results that you want without the compromise. If I tell you to add more fruit, you should be finding ways to add more fruit, otherwise you're wasting my time and your money. So I'm going to put, let's get some fruit in. What was I going to say? And boost the protein. I watched a PT the other day saying tips on how to eat more vegetables, and it cuts into another way going, fucking grow up. I was like, that's what you feel like saying. Good morning. How long are you going to be walking for, and how long have you been walking so far? I've just got on 4 minutes. 4 minutes, just comment on food diaries. Good morning, guys. Welcome to my live. Thanks for the comments. Oh, how are you today? And I'm going to be walking for an hour. I like to start my day off on a good day with about 4 or 5k. Takes the pressure off the rest of the day. How are you doing? Well, yes, I'm good, Sergeant. How are you? Better sleep last night. The night before, my toddler just wanted to put her legs on me all night and like basically sleep on me. So I was constantly like pulling her, pushing her off me. Good morning, guys. I'm answering any nutrition questions, supplements, diet related. If you're struggling building muscle and you don't know why. A lot of misinformation out there. Hello from Turkey. I love Turkey. Hello from Scotland. Turkey's amazing for shopping, can I just say. And the weather. I have planned to do weight training and target muscle groups according to the days. Are you an experienced weightlifter? And then go for running in a field to keep the fat percentage balanced and maintain muscle mass. Now, there's a lot of misinformation about losing muscle with cardio. Eddie Hall, the world's strongest man, has literally been spouting shite on the internet. So if you're in a maintenance and you're doing cardio, you're not going to lose muscle. However, it's going to be harder for your body to keep that muscle that you've got if you're in a calorie deficit. That's why progressive overload, like strength training, reminds your body that you want this muscle. For those new exercises, you don't need to do like isolation work for targeted muscle groups. If you're new in the gym, you should be aiming for full body because you're stimulating more frequently. But if you've been training 2+ years, splitting it up is a good idea. Good morning, guys. Welcome to my live. I'm answering any questions on exercise, nutrition, back pain and rehab. I'm a personal trainer of 12 years. I'm a Pilates and yoga teacher. You're usually one or the other out of them three, by the way, but I'm all three. I specialise in nutrition as well, so if you've got any questions. And I'm an online coach as well. Oh. Good morning. Morning, Adam. Coffee doesn't have to warm me up. I've got creatine in my latte this morning. Some days, I was talking to my client yesterday. It was really quite interesting conversation actually. He's just back from holiday in Dubai, been away for about a month or longer. Anyway, obviously, like you struggle with the abundance of food, your environment is the biggest factor when it comes to losing fat and building muscle, if that's what you're trying to achieve. Your environment. So, thanks for the tip, ma'am. Do you work out at home or hit the gym sometimes? Mostly work out at home, but when I can, I'll get to the gym. I like to get to the gym at least once or twice a week, but it's usually like consistently once a week. So I'll choose a session like that's really challenging and I can use more weights and reps, sets like of different machines. But as I was saying, your environment's the biggest. It's either going to nurture yourself and your habits, or it's going to be a challenge and it's going to be impossible to stick to. You can't rely on willpower, you are human. Make fat loss as easy as possible to achieve. Good morning, guys. Seems though, what's the tattoo in your arm? I'm here to answer any health and fitness questions. Talk about fitness only, and not some object you can discuss my personal life with or my looks. So those kind of comments will just get ignored respectfully, which is more respect than I get of you guys. Good morning. This client, so he's a guy, and I find this a lot when you're new into the fitness scene, you're trying to lose fat for the first time and build muscle, you're super motivated, right? Your social media is just full of different people's advice on giving advice on how to lose fat, build muscle, the most effective way, and what you should eat, when you should eat, why you should eat this. And it can become so overcomplicated, you don't know what to do. You'll try fasting, you'll try like ketogenic diet, you'll fall off the wagon many times. You'll overeat and you'll think there's something wrong with you. Why can't I stick to this? And I used to feel like that. You've not failed the diet's failed you. And it can be very hard because the water is so muddied. It's very hard to see clarity and what you need to focus on. The industry, the diet industry, is designed to make you so, especially now, it's almost like it's been gearing up for this for a long time. It makes it so complicated, overcomplicated to lose fat, and you don't know what else to do, so you just go on the Manjaro. You don't believe that you can lose fat and maintain it without being super restrictive, so you just go on Manjaro instead of committing to the process and knowing it'll take time. The faster you lose weight, the faster it's hard to keep it off. Weight training is addictive, I would say. I really enjoy the reps with discipline, slow and steady movements to feel the maximum tension, right? Sounds good. Sometimes I feel like I would work out the whole day. I would love my day, right? My perfect day would be in a hot country, obviously, not Scotland. And I would be waking up to yoga and meditation. I'd have a nice healthy breakfast and I'd go for maybe a morning walk. And then I'd have an afternoon session, like strength training session, for about an hour. Any longer than that is pointless. Then I'd maybe go for another walk. And then I would wind down before bed with some deep tension release yoga. That would be like my perfect day, and I would do that every day. And throw in a massage there if I'm rich in my dream. Sometimes I feel like I would work. I crave the surrounding. You should see, like, I've not been outside for a while, but I'm all by the countryside and the hills, and it's beautiful. Good morning, guys. Welcome to my live. I'm answering any questions on exercise, nutrition, back pain and rehab. What a weirdo. Men don't like to be told no. I'm getting a lot of hate. That's hilarious. Comment again, you'll just get blocked. You'll be funny. I'm just going to block you. Damaged ego, you see. Men do not like to be told no. Just go reporting. There we go. Moving on. That's great, Mum. You really have a better routine to work. That's my ideal life. I like people to pay attention to their fitness, hydration. Smell's an important one. I never used to have a sense of smell until I had babies. Gorgeous hair. I'm in late 30s and never been able to gain weight. So you need to do the opposite of what I tell people. You need to be in a calorie surplus. Got to say, you don't hear that. I don't get that many questions about gaining weight because we live in this obesogenic environment and we're designed because of that to move less and eat more. But that would be how you gain weight. But you want to do it in a healthy way. So stay away from the processed food. Go for higher unsaturated fat foods like salmon, tuna, that are calorie dense. Because if you just eat processed food, you're cutting off your nose to spite your face, aren't you? Good morning. Let's pick up the pace. Starting to get a sweat on. This is before the children are awake. Well, my 6-year-old woke up at 5:20 this morning. She's on a switch, giving her some time before school, and my toddler's still asleep. Good morning, guys. Welcome to my live. Answering any questions on exercise, nutrition, back pain, rehab. I'm a fat loss coach with 12 years experience, Pilates and yoga teacher, so I specialise in back pain rehabilitation, rehab in general, if anyone's got any issues. What I see, like with physios, people will go and see a physio, they'll do the rehab, then they'll stop, and then business as normal, and then they'll come back to the physio and they'll go round and round and round. Personal trainers can help you be consistent, and I know physiotherapy exercises are boring, so you put them in with your strength training To be honest, when I meet people, I'm always aware of smell and hygiene. When someone smells good, I feel comfortable and better. Yes, I was in a supermarket the other day, and I was at the self-checkout, and I needed the guy to come over, and something was up there with the machine or whatever. Oh my God, he stunk. Like he'd not had a shower in about a week, and it was on Sunday morning, so he might have been still drunk. Didn't smell of alcohol or just like pure dirt and grease. I'm a 6-year-old. But I've got a very powerful sense of smell. It's one of the health factors, isn't it? If you've got a really good sense of smell, it determines how healthy you are, because your cells are always regenerating in your nose and your body. It's a good sign. You're cold. When you get your house coat on. Pardon? You like that? I'll just put that cover on you. I'm not putting on the fire this time in the morning. We're out soon. Morning, guys. I'm not doing a hot water bottle either. She asked for a game for a Switch yesterday. You know how much it was? I thought it'd be about 20 quid, which is dear enough. Oh no, £50 this game. £50. It's the realities of being a single mum, isn't it? These are the things that you've got to do. I did promise her, and the behaviour's been good. Not that I've got to justify it to YouTube. Morning, guys. My name's Leanne. I'm a health and fitness coach, answering any questions on exercise, nutrition, back pain and rehab. I'm actually a big eater. I usually eat around 2 kilograms of chicken, 15 eggs. That's the typical bodybuilder's diet. Minimum of 10 to 12 rotties, some rice too. Hi, Joe. I'm good. How are you? I'm not seeing much fruit and veg in there, Sergeant. I was watching that. He's like the Liver King, but he's a black guy. Absolutely built to the max, he is. Massive amount of muscle. All he eats is protein. You get so deficient in your minerals. Yes, he looks ripped. He's got all this muscle. Muscle is healthy, right? To have, the more you have, the better. But you can't see heart disease. You can't see you clogging the arteries. So what I will say to anyone who's on keto, doesn't sound like you are with your rotties, 10 to 12 rotties, are those potato things? But anyone who's on keto for long periods, he will be deficient in vitamins, and I'll get some blood tests for your LDL cholesterol. I was born with big appetite from childhood. That's normal. It's good to have an appetite in it. Morning. Work. Love a like and subscribe, guys, if you want fitness education and motivation. Thanks, Jeh. Have you got any questions for me? I'm a personal trainer for 12 years, online coach as well. So personal trainers help assist in exercise and motivation and everything really, but just for when I see your clients, for like 1 hour a week, or I see some clients nearly daily. And then online coaching fills the gap of the other 23 hours. Teaches about mindset, how to stick to it, how to build habits, healthy habits. Because you can't lose fat without, long term, forever, without changing your mindset. And because that takes a bit of time, because think about it, you've been brainwashed since you're a kid on certain diet culture, expectations. I'm in my mid-30s now. To be honest, people say I have elite genetics. You're one of them gifted ones. I always have to work hard. When I was in my 20s, before I had babies, I would gain muscle quite easy. I used to say that. I believe that was new begins now. They say I might be hitting the gym even though I didn't start any workout. Hang on, sorry, let me read that again. I butchered that because I'm walking. People say I have elite genetics, and when they look at me, they say I might be hitting the gym, even though I didn't start my work. They say you've got a pump on before you've worked them. That's good. Thanks, Jeff. You should take advantage of that whilst you can. I'm not sure what age you are, but as testosterone decreases as a guy gets older naturally, not to worry about, but it's harder to hold on to muscle. So the more you can build when you're younger, the easier time and the healthier you're going to be. Morning, Booba. Damn it, I forgot my water. Ariadne, could you please pass my water? It's by the microwave. Thank you. You're 44. My boyfriend's 48. I'm a firm believer you're as old as you feel. So I still feel in my late 20s. Oh, I move and I'm fit as though I'm in my 20s. No, my water bottle, sorry, my white one. Bring me a big bottle. I'm going to drink that on YouTube. Good morning, guys. Thanks for the likes and the subscribes. If you're in a clear roadmap, personalised nutrition, exercise program with rehab involved, link to my bio to join my program. Or if you're just wanting nutrition, thanks baby, and science like education, mindset coaching, you can join my channel for just $2.99 a month. Cancel at any time. Got a lot of member only videos. I'm still building that as well. Same here, I've been told I look like I'm in my mid-30s. Yeah, my partner, he's 48 and he looks the same age as me. He's got really good skin. He's half Moroccan, so and half Scottish. So that's a contributing factor to having good skin, definitely. And see when I was on holiday, it just goes so brown like a bronzed Adonis. Morning, guys. Welcome to my live. Yes, ma'am. And even during the workout, average people used to build up mind and muscle connection. But in my case, I feel the connection and tension very last to a particular targeted area. Okay, so let me get this straight. Say if you're doing squats, it's a quad dominant exercise, right? But you don't really feel it working in isolation, like the mind muscle connection whilst you're squatting, until you're reaching fatigue, is that right? If that's the case, I would recommend doing a few warm-up exercises, going the leg extension. It just improves that mind muscle connection a lot faster. I mean, when I was in my 20s, I don't even remember. I don't never focus on mind muscle connection. I didn't know any better. I wouldn't go to a squat and say, right, I need to really squeeze the glutes on the rise, and I feel my muscles very fast. That's good. You don't tell me what age you are, Sergeant. I'm intrigued. You sound like you're in your 20s. Because you're building muscle fast. I'm taking for advantage that you're not on steroids or anything. Assuming you're not on steroids. I mean, 23. It's good. It's really great that you're into this now. Imagine the size you're in another few years. If you keep growing, progressively overloading, fine-tuning your diet, nutrition. But what I would say is getting a bit of fruit or take vitamin C supplement. The uptake of vitamin C as a supplement isn't as great, obviously, as eating it. But if you do take too much of vitamin C, you'll just pee it out. You know what's best for a guy to build muscle? Strength training, getting sleep, and protein, plenty of protein. Maximising that protein synthesis response. And this is the problem with fasting. if you're only eating once or twice a day in a small window, you know, like protein stimulates muscle to grow, muscle protein synthesis. So if you're only eating once a day, you're not maximising that stimulus, if you know what I mean. What builds muscle in the chest? My favourite ones are flies, chest flies. Obviously bench press, but I like the isolation in flies. Cable flies, you could do a drop set. I'm a big fan of drop sets. I think, like, especially if you're a new exerciser, you're not sure if you're going to failure, because a lot of people think they're going to failure. I've got a client in particular I'm thinking about, and he'll almost like fake the last rep. They'll be like going like this, and then if he wants to, like, if he feels like it's getting too much, he'll go, rather than so he definitely gives up way too soon. So we do a lot of drop sets together. Kind of takes that what do you call it, not really knowing away from the guesswork. Morning guys, my name's Leanne. I'm a fat loss coach. Predominantly we work with females. I do have some male clients. Here answering questions, here to motivate and educate. There's a lot of misinformation around supplements and diets and cortisol belly. So I'm here to make it less confusing for everybody. Got loads of content on my channel as well. Quite quiet this morning. Got another 30 minutes of walking. Let me see how many steps. So I should have about 2.5k in the bag. Let's sync it up. So I track my steps through my ring. I've got 2. It's fine. But I've squashed my ring trying to do pull-ups the other day. So it's not holding charge. So I'll have to get another one. It's only a tenner. I was cut till I got locked up. When I lost it all because I got lazy. When you get locked up, isn't there a gym? Isn't it like it's like a boot camp, isn't it? You can just train all day, right? Or do you get a set amount of time? That's what I'd be doing. But the best thing about it, Jeff, because you've been like that before, you've got the habits of discipline to do it again and muscle memory. So you can come back a lot faster because you've got satellite cells that remember in the muscle. And the more satellite cells you've got, you're going to keep that muscle for the rest of your life. A lot easier than somebody who never trained and has fewer satellite cells. Fascinating, isn't it? Check out satellite cells if you want to learn more about that. Hope to see you again, Sergeant. Eat healthy and stay hydrated. You know it. Something I don't struggle with is my water intake. That's one of like the basic things to get in, isn't it? Your water. And that determines as well how much you can lift at the gym, how hydrated you are. So if you're having a bit of an off day, maybe you've just not been on it with your water. I started back last week. That's good, Jeff. So someone starting strength training, I'd recommend starting back even. I'd recommend full body sessions. Be realistic with your time as well, but try and stimulate as many muscles as possible. Then as you're more consistent, you've built that habit, roughly the same times each week, same days each week you're training, and you can start fine-tuning your training and start to do more split workouts. But I recommend getting at least one full body a week. I do one HIIT training session a week for health and fitness. Your fitness level is a direct indicator of how healthy you are, by the way, and how much muscle you have, if you want to nitpick. Take care, Jeff. Hope to see you again soon. Thanks for subscribing. Morning, guys. Welcome to my live. We're having 5 fruits today. So I'm going to fast until 11 o'clock, roughly. water fast, definitely, because I need to elongate my eating window, as in I need calories to play with the children. So I'll start with a protein shake at 11 a.m. Trying to get the best thing you can do is get into a routine of eating the same kind of foods, so there's less thought behind it. The more you have these conversations in your head, do I eat this now? Do I eat later? What do I eat? Where do I get protein from? How am I going to get my fruit and veg in? You want like your own little meal plan, not that rigid to stick to. That leaves a bit of room for something you enjoy. I made actually yesterday a protein cake. I saw the recipe on. It's all right. It's very high calories though. Good for a bulker or someone burning a lot. So I only had half of it, but it's really tasty. Saw the recipe on TikTok. So you add Greek yogurt, 50 grams, and an egg. Whisk that. Add in a bit of baking soda, but I didn't have any, so I never did that and never needed it. Protein powder, oats. Whisk all that up, then add a little bit of milk to get like a toothpastey consistency. Then add some fruit, so I added in raspberries and dark chocolate. I love the 85% dark chocolate now. Then I put it in the air fryer for 180 degrees Celsius for 30 minutes. Oh, it was lovely, very cakey. Really enjoyed it. So I've got the rest of that. You know, instead of, it filled me up as well. Instead of eating, if I was hungry at that time, it'd have been an apple pie after my dinner. I'm going to get, always try and think of whatever you're eating is giving your body something. If it's not fibre or protein, it should be vitamins, fats, like nuts and seeds. But yeah, it wasn't nice, so I've got some of that today. So I'm not back in the house until after 5. So I need to be prepared today. So yeah, I have my protein shakes, 35 grams, 200 calories at 11 a.m. Then I'll have Greek yogurt with chia seeds and a teaspoon of honey with some berries, raspberries, blueberries. And then my lunch will be avocado, cream cheese on protein sourdough bread with some fruit on the side and pomegranates on top. That's my 5 fruits that I get daily. And then dinner is a bit of a tricky one today because, like I said, I'm not in the house till 5, and if I was to wait until I get to 5 o'clock, I would be ravenous and I would overeat. So in order to counteract that behaviour, because I've been through a trial and error process and I know what I'm like, I'll eat before. And then my plan is to get either a shoulder session in tonight on the live or an ab session. I want to do some stretches as well for myself. I'm going to do that tonight. Good morning, guys. Welcome. I'm a health and fitness trainer, answering any questions. And like and subscribe if you don't have any questions right now, because I know what it's like. You're like, can't think of anything. I've got lots of questions, but I can't think of anything. Like and subscribe. I go live on a regular basis. It's good to, such a positive way to start the day. And that's another tip as well for you. Got lots of value on my channel. Check out my videos. So one of the latest shorts, I'm talking about cortisol belly lie. How your stomach holds onto fat is a myth. It's just the last, because of fat distribution due to hormones, it's just the last place to go. Now, if you've got insulin resistance, like fatty liver, you'll have a bit more weight around this area. How funny that it's morning. I'm in Scotland. I'm about to end the night. Where are you? You're already more productive than I was today. We all have days like that. But yesterday I was knackered. 2 days of sleep deprivation from the toddler, thank you very much. And it was at 5 o'clock, and I like to get 15k steps a day, and I'd only done 5. I was like, I could either go to bed closer to my goals and feeling good in the morning, or I can go to bed feeling lazy. And yesterday had been a write-off. Well, my nutrition was better though than it was on Monday. So I chose the former. Walk pad, I'm a big fan of, making it as easy as possible for yourself. And if you do something that you wouldn't have normally done, because it's you versus you not trying, reward yourself after. Could be anything. You get to go for a shower now, you get a cup of tea and a protein bar, maybe you're getting some stretches, watch your favourite TV series. But that's how the brain works. It works well on reward. Walking's like the easiest thing to do as well. And if you can't be bothered, just slow it right down, because I promise you, action creates motivation. You just got to start. Don't overcomplicate it. I was half asleep 36 minutes ago. There's always reasons not to do it, and if you're looking for the perfect time, there's never going to be one. Or rarely. It's like when you're looking for a perfect time to have a baby. Realistically, there's not really going to be one. A lot of people wait, I'll get fit and healthy and lose the fat, whatever, after the wedding, after the holiday, for the wedding. You need to be able to still hold on to your results despite what's going on. And I have people signing up, like clients signing up, where they've had everything going on. They're moving house, they're going to a wedding, going on holiday, and they get the most out of the program because they're asking lots of questions like, how do I stay on track through this? And like, they're learning the most about sustainable results and how to maintain the fat loss once they've achieved it. But you've got to be willing to take on the information, because you've got to be coachable as a client. If you're not there, you're just going to waste your time and money. Good morning, baby. The toddler's up. Morning, guys. Live Q&A this morning on all things health and fitness. You okay? You've got milkies on the table with your dear. She's coming over. Hello. She's walking like that. She's a little penguin. You okay? Let me still see peace. Ooh. I heard that. A little pump as she walked away. It's funny when they just get out of bed. Could talk about this stuff. It's there, baby. Harry, can you help Demi with the deer, please? Harry, thank you. She's at the table. Morning, guys. Welcome to my live. Answering any questions on exercise, nutrition, back pain and rehab. You know, one of the best things I invested in last year was a sauna. It's not a proper sauna, you just put your body in it. It's an infrared sauna, it doesn't get as hot. It goes to 75 degrees and you come out and you've got beads of sweat. And it's one of the best things for relaxing and warming you up, and there's a lot of benefits for infrared sauna. The studies aren't strong yet though, and they are funded by sauna companies. But they're going to have the means to want to have science behind so they can sell it. Doesn't mean it's really biased. Maybe just a bit. Another 20 minutes. So I should be on about 3k now. Good morning, guys. Welcome to my live. I'm answering any questions on exercise, nutrition, and back pain and rehab. Yeah, 3.3k. I know it's quite confusing out there. I've got hunger pangs. If you want to lose fat, it's a really good idea if you want to take it to new levels. Is to put up with the hunger, learn that that's like a normal response to being hungry, right? No, it's habitual as well. The hunger hormone ghrelin, so it will get used to if you're changing your eating patterns. It takes a couple of weeks, but hunger pangs last between 20 and 30 minutes and then they'll go. And when you know that, good, I am a She-Hulk. When you know that they are short-lived and they're not going to hurt you, it's quite empowering. We're so used to staying in our comfort zone and, oh, I feel hungry, I must grab something to eat. I've started to go to bed hungry now, which is hard to do in the winter, but I've been making it a bit easy by going to bed with a hot water bottle for that comfort. Morning, guys. Welcome to my live. I'm answering any questions on exercise, nutrition, back pain and rehab. I did an hour on the walk pad yesterday without any shoes and socks on. I started off with socks. I was like, they're rubbing a bit. Took them off and went barefoot, because I was too lazy to put my trainers on. And I've got it's been rubbing the bottoms of my feet, so that's fun. I can't feel it just now, which is good. But yeah, note to anybody who's got a walk pad, wear shoes and socks. Good morning, guys. I'm answering any questions on exercise, nutrition, back pain, rehab, supplements, diets. If anyone's struggling with the mindset, they keep stopping and starting. When you get dressed, Harry, I need to crack the whip when I come on. I never track calories on the treadmill. All this, I don't track my calories. It's not very accurate. Even if you've got the most accurate watch or whatever. You see a lot of people I say that to and they're like, why is it there then? It's for motivational purposes. You can't rely on your calories out. Plus, it doesn't know how fit and healthy you are or not. Your body soon becomes efficient. So that's why it's really good to track your steps. Morning, guys. So this is a new habit I've created. Walk in the morning. Tomorrow I might do HIIT and walk in the morning. So I'll have more time. Morning, guys. Welcome to my live. I'm answering any questions on exercise, nutrition, back pain and rehab. I feel very tired. I need a coffee. Always hydrate before you caffeinate. I've been a trainer for 12 years, online coach for 6. If there's anyone struggling with the weight loss, if it's plateaued, building muscle, let's get into it. That's the question. very quiet this morning. Let's see what else is on. Let's see what people are going live with this morning. YouTube. Someone's live with a workout. Spreading misinformation. Someone's playing a game. I see a lot of people going live on social media, and they're training and they're either talking shit. Like some guy says, if you want big biceps, do this exercise. Those bicep curls. There's a bit more to it than that. You also got to eat your protein. You've got to get progressive overload. And then you've got trainers that are repeating misinformation that they've learned off the internet, like cortisol belly. Broken metabolism and all that crap. It's very hard to affect your metabolism, and just so you know, as a female, your metabolism doesn't really change until you're like 65, and then it's a tiny bit. When we're talking about metabolism, we're talking about basal metabolic rate, so the amount of energy, hi Boulder, amount of energy your body burns just to stay alive. So without you moving, without you working, just lay in your bed all day for your organs and brain to function. You need a certain amount of calories. Say it's like 800. That's the metabolism. That's what we're talking about. But even like trainers, coaches, influencers get confused with what a metabolism is. I might do content on that actually. Good morning. Answering any questions on exercise, nutrition, back pain and rehab. Definitely still got an underlying cold. So I did an hour last night, 6 till 7 on the walk pad, and then I'm doing an hour this morning, which is a lot, but it takes pressure off for the rest of the day. And if you want to achieve some goals, like and take your body leaner than it's ever been with the amount of muscle you've got, then you need to put in a bit of effort. That doesn't mean to say it's going to be really effortful every day. You're going to have good days and bad days. Today's a good day. I mean, the kids aren't bothering me, so I'm grateful for that. A bit tight there. Good morning. How are we doing this morning? Are we training today? I like to train 6 days a week. I do a mix of rehab, strength training, Pilates, stretching, yoga, HIIT training. I do. That makes me feel good. It helps me become a better parent, manage stress better, and of course they get to see the positive relationship I've got with exercise. Good morning guys, welcome to my live. Let's see how many steps. Should be on about 4, I reckon. 4,000. It's good to bring in a little bit of a twist as well. Keeps your spine mobile, flexible. It's a chest opener, a twist as well. I had a client trying to do Russian twists. He's in his 60s yesterday, and he was moving his arms, but his chest wasn't really moving. So I had to coach that. You do lose the ability to move if you don't use it. So we try and incorporate a lot of like Russian twists when we're doing core, just to tick that box, because our body moves in the sagittal plane, which is this, frontal, which is this, and transverse, which is a twist. So you should be taking your body to all ranges of movement. And one that's often forgotten are twists. So you'll be twisting from here up, not down, because they fuse the joints. Last 10 minutes, let's take this away to the Q&A and add. Can I add? At least 1 minute of covered. Morning, guys. Can't add a poll apparently once I've started a Q&A. That's fine, let's put the Q&A back on. Good morning. It's fine, we're fine. Make sure you walk in the middle of your feet as well, especially if you've been pregnant, because a lot of us can go to the ridges of the feet and the sides. Morning, guys, welcome to my live. Answering any questions on exercise, nutrition, back pain and rehab. I'm a trainer of 12 years, online coach of 6 years, Pilates and yoga teacher. I've got a ton of experience, so ask away any questions. I'll put up a Q&A now to talk about diet. I mean, to lose fat and build muscle, you need to move more, eat less, and strength train. But how do you stick to that long term, long enough to see results? This is what I do. Because if it was easy as prescribing meal plans and training plans, I wouldn't have a job, would I? Everyone would stick to it. But our psychology, our habits, our lifestyle, our trauma, our living conditions all make all challenges. So how do you get consistent with that? That's where I come in. Sometimes I reassure you're on the right track. Sometimes a bit of tweaking is needed. Sometimes people are concentrating on the wrong things. Instead of getting the protein in and the veg, the fruit, they're trying to get in as many supplements as possible. No. That's the icing on the cake. You need to concentrate on the things that you're going to get the biggest bang for your buck. I know a lot of people who are trying to lose fat and build muscle and are just exercising and tracking the food, getting protein in, and they're like, why have I plateaued? Why am I not losing fat? It's because you're not concentrating on your steps as well. Your steps is your calorie expenditure. Good morning, guys. Welcome to my live. I'm a fat loss coach, answering any questions on exercise, nutrition, back pain, rehab. I've got 2 babies, ages 6 and 2. So if you've got any questions on postnatal rehab, how you manage. Hi, Andrew. You're late this morning. How you manage losing fat, building muscle around a busy life. There's nobody busier than a woman with kids who's working as well. If anyone can do, like, I can teach that. Gone are the days where we just get to stay at home all day, cooking and cleaning. We did used to have to wash our own clothes and stuff before we had electricity. Anyway, I digress. Hey guys. I'd love a like and subscribe if you want in fitness, education and motivation. That's what my channel's here for. I've got lots of content to help you stick to weight loss long term. It requires a mindset change, a mindset shift. You need to be able to fail over and over again and be okay with it. But what's different between that and you just failing is you get back on it, you reflect, you analyse, okay, why didn't that go so well? What could I try differently? Instead of being defeated. I fail all the time. I failed on Monday. Was it Monday? Tuesday. How are you doing, Andrew? Just getting annoyed with the toddler. Are you? Good morning. I'd love a like and subscribe, guys. Yeah, guys, stop focusing on supplements and meal times and diet types. Concentrate on getting protein in, as many fruits and veggies as you can. When you concentrate on feeling great and being as healthy as possible, the weight loss and building muscle kind of takes care of itself. And when you start to enjoy, like your taste buds will change as well, by the way. You'll start to enjoy healthier foods. Like I never used to really like the 85% dark chocolate, case in point. Stuck with it, I actually moved down to 70%. Because you don't need to be perfect, you just need to do better. It's you versus you not trying. And I got used to the 70. And then I ended up buying it by accident, the 85%, and never gone back. And I forget how much fiber's in dark chocolate. Like crazy amount. Really low sugar, high in magnesium. And then I had chocolate, normal chocolate, milk chocolate. Was it like last week? And it tasted so sugary. Good morning. Good morning, guys. I'm answering any questions on exercise, nutrition, back pain and rehab. It's morning, but it's still very dark out, 5 to 7. Yeah. Won't be long till we're in February. Alexa, what time does the sun come up today? Or will it not? 8:21. 8:21 a.m. 8:21. That's so depressing. I thought it was going to be about 8 o'clock. Well, it just starts to get light before officially sunrise, isn't it? Might be about 30 minutes. When I leave the house at 7:30, it's light. But it's not officially rose, the sun. Good morning, guys. So morning steps done this morning. So we're going live later on with either shoulders or abs. And then I'm going to go into like stretches after, a bit of yoga. I wanted to do some splits training. I'm working on my splits technique. And it's been coming on really well with the reformers machine because of the PNF that you're able to do with it. 5k, cheekily 5k, it's good. One stretch that I will do is carb stretch after this. What are the highest protein counting vegetables? Probably broccoli has the most. But it's not really a protein source, is it? It's not going to be a complete protein that has all the essential amino acids. Right, guys, lovies and leavers, have a wonderful day. I'll see you later on this evening. Like and subscribe and hit that bell icon so you don't miss when I go live.